Daycare Options Before Pre-K by Amanda, Olivia, Robert, Kimberly, and Elizabeth. There is a lot of general information on this topic. This includes, it's a year before kindergarten, daycare is a half-day, 5-day-a-week program, Obama's budget boosted early education and pledged to provide universal pre-K education, Obama's plan makes families more secure, reduces inequality, and improves educational achievement. There are many positives of daycare. They focus on a child's individual developmental needs. It's a good way for a child to socialize and develop social skills early on. The cheaper the daycare is, the more likely a mother is to stay working. It reduces the gender wage gap and reduces the likelihood of a family to be on public assistance. Also, daycare gives women the option to stay working. It's an essential way to close the achievement gap between children of different economic backgrounds. It prepares children for later schooling, and it benefits children socially, economically, and educationally later on in life.
There are many negatives of daycare. First of all, there are nearly 3 in 4 children that are not enrolled in federal or state-funded programs. Also, kids aren't always watched. There's not always individual attention. If your child isn't the favorite, they might not have the best care. And toys aren't always sanitized, so kids come when they are sick. Also, the cost of daycare may be more than a family can afford. The cost rises each year with inflation. A license doesn't always guarantee safety. Nutritional food isn't always offered. And children can stay all day, so parents may not see their children. Also, it could create a major distance between the child and the parent. The child could feel neglected. Also, the child could feel anxious about the parents leaving and wonder if they'll come back. The parent and child bond could be strained as a result. Also, the child is forced to become independent earlier on. Daycare option 1 is home care. Home care is provided in a private family home. The daycare is run by the resident of the home. A family care child provider gives care to the child. Home care is less expensive. The average is $650 a month. But usually, there's no backup if a provider gets sick. Also, the provider can have little or no background in the subject.
Some general information on home care includes it having a more home-like environment, nurturing environment, more comforting. Groups are often smaller than in centers. Kids have a single consistent caregiver, and they may be exposed to less illnesses. Option 2, daycare centers. Centers that care for infants can be hard to find and are often full. They can have wait lists, and most centers won't provide care for sick children, and there are rigid pickup and drop-off times. Positives of daycare centers. They're more affordable than nanny care. They're reliable, always available, no calling in sick. There's ample supervision, kids can socialize with other children, and staff members are trained, licensed, and regulated.
Option 3 is nanny care. The person is typically a woman and employed to care for a child in its own home. There's more personalized attention. It's more convenient than out-of-home care. And the hours are more flexible than home and daycare centers. The children stay in home, so they have their typical surroundings.
Also, nanny care can be the most expensive child care option. Playtime with other children must be arranged in the form of playdates. No one supervises the nanny, and in order to get the nanny, there is extensive paperwork and taxes. The nanny can also quit at any time and might not even give 2 weeks' notice. Option 4 is relative care. It is often free and is considered very inexpensive. There is more personalized attention. Caregiver has a personal interest in your child. The employee-employer relationship could be strained because it is hard to separate work and personal life. Childcare philosophies could also conflict, and there is no caregiver supervision. Option 5 is being a stay-at-home parent. There is no extra cost, however, your income will drop. The parent will be there for their child's developmental milestones. The parent can also control the quality of care. They have the opportunity to follow their own parental philosophies, and they don't have to juggle work and family because they'll only be home with their family. Being a stay at home parent can also have long term negative effects on their career. There is possible isolation and loneliness, and a physical and emotional strain. There is loss of income and benefits because this is a big lifestyle change.
This graph represents reasons parents do not find childcare, which includes costs, waiting for financial assistance, preferred care not available, facility schedule, location, hours of operation, and transportation. Costs leads all of the other reasons with 71%. There are numerous ways in which a parent may receive aid to pay for daycare. These include tax credits, Child Care Services Association scholarship program, Departments of Social/Human Services, Head Start and Early Head Start, sliding fee scales, and employer assistance and flexible spending accounts. Right? All assistance is based on low income, at need eligibility, except for government programs which additionally require the parent or parents to be either employed, looking for work, receiving food stamps, or are enrolled in a college program. Recognizing the myriad difficulties that come with paying for daycare, both daycares and employers offer assistance. Daycares base their decisions for either aid or sliding scales on income, as the government does. Employers, on the other hand, offer assistance as a part of a benefit package. In conclusion, there are 5 options, which are home care, daycare, nanny care, relative care, and stay-at-home parent. Each option has positives and negatives and affects the child in different ways.